So, a little while ago, a few years, we reported how Pandemic Legacy was the hottest item on the Gen Con floor. And now, Pandemic Legacy 2 was here to be played. And what did you think, Jonathan?
Well, we got a demo of an early part of the game, the prologue. And of course, this is a legacy game, so things are going to change a lot as time goes on.
In fact, we got the chance to have some character cards take home with some changes, which we'll put up some pictures up screen now.
Right, so we did get to customize them a little bit with a photo and a name, and you actually, yeah, like you said, got a scar, so that was actually a penalty to you. That I don't know that we actually learned what that meant or not during our game.
What do you mean?
Like what the scar would do to you in the future.
Well, it was, I had a limited hand size.
Oh, it limited your hand size.
Yes.
But if you're familiar with Pandemic Legacy, you are trying to stop the spread of disease, but each game there are stickers added to the board. You might rip up a card. Things are changing constantly. This is Season 2. You don't need to have played the first season. It is basically this. You'll be very familiar with it if you've played Pandemic or Pandemic Legacy, but you're sort of doing Pandemic in reverse, as they said at the demo. Instead of trying to remove disease cubes, you're trying to add supply cubes, which stop the spread of disease, which are now plague cubes. They're green, and if one of those is on a city, it's really bad. And if there's 3 of them, it's even worse.
Yeah, the way this game works is pretty much takes 75, I believe it was 70, about 70 years, give or take, after the events of Pandemic 1, and whatever happens in Pandemic 1, Season 1, that's up to you to find out. Humanity pretty much is destroyed.
Yeah.
You survived on these ship colonies called havens, and right now all you can see, or we could see, was the North American and part of South American eastern border, and a little bit of Europe and the top of Africa, pretty much the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, it's very much more of a Pangea-esque landmass, but of course that's because we don't know what else is out there, so it's not, there will certainly probably be more land coming as the game goes on.
Yes, and one of your options, which we couldn't do because obviously the demo, was actually to turn in a specific combo of cards, like you needed like one from every different continent or something, or different values, somewhat on, and you can actually get it to explore, which might let you actually see more of the map, hopefully.
Right, so that's how you would actually expand the game and do your stuff. So, I enjoyed my time with it. I mean, we have liked Pandemic in the past. We like Pandemic Legacy a lot. We probably don't need to tell you. It's a very popular, well-received game. This definitely seemed like it added some cool twists. In my opinion, just the map alone made it feel very different. It's almost more like a water-based game because you're actually traveling between waterways, which can affect where you can go to. It's definitely, you know, a similar experience, but again, it's so hard to judge a legacy game from half of or one prologue, because by game 3, who knows what it's going to look like. But I think there's definitely a promising start there, and if you were a fan of Season 1, I see no reason you would be disappointed with Season 2, from what we've seen at least. Would you agree?
I mean, I think that's really the sum up. Did you like Pandemic Season 1? You'll probably like Pandemic Season 2.
I mean, that usually goes for a lot of things. They certainly didn't ruin anything, I don't think. They've added some cool stuff. I do think that I do think it's a significant little twist that does make it feel different from the outset. I like that they kind of really went to a weird place so that the world is over. It's not just, look, another map and keep going. They embrace the fact that at the end of Pandemic Season 1, probably everybody, that's the apocalypse basically, and they took that to its extreme, which is cool, I think.
We will neither confirm nor deny the actual ending, but odds are you lost anyway.
Yeah, this was not for sale here, and we haven't completed our first season, so we can't comment on the full game yet, but look forward to it coming to you soon, hopefully, from Z-Man Games.
Yeah, honestly, I think the fact that it wasn't on sale is the only reason why it wasn't the hottest thing here.
Right.
Like, if it was, that's what every line would be for.
A lot of people avoided getting their necks broken from being trampled in line trying to get this game this year. Thanks for watching. For more Gen Con coverage, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Roll4Crit.
And to keep up to date, you can check out roll4crit.com/GenCon 2017 in order to get the latest, greatest news on Gen Con from Roll4Crit.